Hello and welcome back to the Bright Light Wellness YouTube channel. Thank you so much for being here. I'm your host, Vanessa Baldwin. I am a classical homeopath. I am also a quantum and circadian clinician, as well as an ancestral health practitioner and a level 1 Blomberg rhythmic movement trainer as well. So I have a lot of credentials, and I found my way through those credentials due to my own health crisis and or healing myself, I should say. So today I want to talk to you about cellular hydration. So a lot of the people, most people, when they hear the word hydration, they think, oh, how much water am I drink? How much water should I drink? All that. And while that's important, like the quality of water that we drink, how much water we drink, all of that is important. That's actually not how we hydrate on a cellular level. True cellular hydration is more about the water that our cells make. Inside of your body, you have mitochondria. And in that mitochondria, two of the main jobs of the mitochondria is to produce exclusion zone water or cellular hydration and ATP energy production or cellular energy. So if we want to truly be hydrated at a cellular level, we need to tend to our mitochondrial health, right? So it's not really about the water that we're drinking, it's about the water that our mitochondria are making. And again, the water that we drink is also important, but that's more of the big deal, okay? So I have just created a 3-hour webinar teaching you all the ins and outs about cellular hydration. So it's like, what will you learn from this webinar? First of all, you will learn the healing power of water, right? The water that your cells make and the water that you drink, both. You'll also learn about what is exclusion zone water, because if you're new to like mitochondria health, quantum biology health, you're probably hearing these words like exclusion zone water, fourth phase water, coherent domain, structured water, water consciousness, water holds memory, water is alive, water dead water, alkaline water, like all of these words, right? You're like deuterium depleted water. You're like, what does all of that mean? So first of all, I will help bring clarity to all of that information and noise and help you understand what's really important and the practical applications and tips that you can use right now, today, to support your cellular hydration, your mitochondrial health, and your cellular energy. Okay? Because if we want to have adequate exclusion zone water, we have to have optimal mitochondria health so the mitochondria can produce exclusion zone water and ATP energy production, right? So this is what this will teach you how to do. This webinar will teach you how to have adequate mitochondria, exclusion zone water production, and ATP energy production, so cellular hydration and cellular energy. So I also teach you like the signs and symptom of poor exclusion zone water, like chronic pain, constipation, dry skin, dry hair, poor heart rate variability, high stress, you're always stressed out, poor sleep, insomnia, gut issues, chronic inflammation, chronic infections, more things like fibromyalgia, things like Ehlers-Danlos syndrome, things like mast cell activation syndrome and histamine system, and how all of this is just activating. This chronic dehydration is then activating the cell danger response and causing chaos and inflammation at the cellular level. So, and believe me, I have overcome like all of these things that I definitely had poor exclusion zone water, poor mitochondria function, chronic pain, chronic insomnia, mast cell activation syndrome, histamine intolerance, chronic gut issues, all of these things, chronic insomnia, poor stress resilience. Like I have overcome these things. That's how I know how to support you with it, because I've studied it. I searched for the answers. I've studied it. And now I can give people the roadmap then to thus do it themselves also. So you will learn all the practical strategies to improve these symptoms from a real root cause place. Because when you get down to the level of the mitochondria and you get your cells functioning more optimally and reduce susceptibility, then you are healthier in the long run. And then, you have less aging, more longevity, you feel better, you look better, like all the things, right? So this is the root cause, right? Of course, as a homeopath, there are some other deeper root causes sometimes that we need to go to, like energetic blockages, like the use of too many suppressive therapies, right? So they're like a trauma, right? But even tending to your exclusion zone water can also help you remove trauma from the body. So there are many ways to skin a cat. Um, there are many ways to get, or many roads can lead to the same outcome, right? We can get to the same outcome through many different ways. And I support my clients with both of these things, tending to their mitochondria health, tending to their, circadian rhythm and circadian biology, and also tending to, that using homeopathy. Homeopathy is a tool I use to support mitochondria health. So I use all of these things. Um, so anyway, you'll learn how to really heal health issues from a real root cause place, because if you have really any chronic disease, it's all rooted in mitochondrial dysfunction, because then your cells are not producing adequate exclusions on water and adequate, cellular hydration and cellular energy to heal whatever needs to be healed. And also exclusion zone water, like if you're dealing with like chronic infections or susceptible to like infections a lot, or parasites or mold or H. pylori or all of these things, improving your exclusion zone will reduce that susceptibility, because exclusion zone water acts as a barrier and a battery. So it excludes toxins from entering the cell. So this is why people are very susceptible to pathogenic bacteria and pathogenic issues, right? So you'll also learn about like the importance of structured water and drinking structured water for optimal hydration and that's role in health. You'll also learn about like how water holds intention, memory, consciousness, and how you can harness the power of that, consciousness of water to improve health outcomes. So that may sound very woo to some people, but there's extreme tons of scientific research to support that. And I have that linked there for you, as well as, homeopathy is that in itself, right? Water that's holding consciousness and energy and frequency. So yes, you can learn how to use water consciousness to also improve your health. Learn how to protect your cells, like I mentioned before, from toxins, viruses, molds, parasites, bacteria from entering the cell. So you'll be more protected and less susceptible to those kinds of infections. You'll learn how water's role in like cellular communication and coherence, because you are 99.9% water by molecular structure. So tending to your exclusion, your water inside of you is so important. And having your water is how we quantum communicate. It's like this quantum communication superhighway. So it's how we have cellular communication. So again, if your exclusion zone water is not optimal and you are cellularly, that's a tough word, dehydrated, you are not then going to communicate. Like your cells are not communicating optimally. So we have to work on that. Like everything I teach you in this webinar will help improve all of these things. So, and of course, your cellular hydration status. So this webinar goes beyond just drinking water, but I do teach you the most optimal water to drink, how to bring your water from dead water back to life. Okay. And I do teach you, I go over filters and all of that as well. I do teach you how to optimize your cellular hydration. I also improve drinking quality. We talked about that. I also teach you how to understand your body's internal water production and retention, like how you hold on to that water from the mitochondrial level. So it's a 3-hour webinar. You have it for life. It's lifetime access. Once you have it, it's yours. And it also comes with a 30-page ebook discussing cellular hydration and, exclusions on water, water consciousness, hydrogen, structured water, and deuterium water. Not really about drinking deuterium depleted water, but how you can deuterium deplete water all by yourself. Like exclusion zone water is deuterium depleted water. So how do we make more deuterium depleted water? So I teach you all of these things. Okay. Um, you know, it is chronic water shortage in the body that causes most disease in the human body. That's a quote from Dr. Emoto, who was a water researcher. So basically, he believed that when we don't have enough hydration or water in our body, then we have disease. And also Dr. Bob Mondy believed the same thing, and there's many others. So we need to learn to teach our body how to be more hydrated on a cellular level. So if you're ready for that, you can go check out that webinar that I have. It's linked in my bio. It's linked in the show notes down below. It's linked on my website, brightlightwellnesscoach.com. If you have a question about it, you can reach me at contact@brightlightwellnesscoach.com. But just remember that true hydration is not about the water we drink. It's about the water that our mitochondria make. And if you improve your mitochondria, you improve your cellular hydration, right? And then you also will improve your cellular energy. So let me show you how, and then you can see the benefits for yourself. Again, you have this for life, and you can watch it over and over again and slowly implement the strategies that I teach you. You will know the practical strategies and some science, but you also know the practical strategies on how to improve your hydration status. Okay. I also want to let you know that when I made this webinar, I also decided to include now a wellness webinar bundle deal. So this means now that you will get all of my wellness lifestyle webinars, or you can potentially at a very discounted rate if you get the bundle. So this would include tons of my, I think five, let me just look it up. Yes, five of my webinars. So you will get the Thrive in Winter webinar and ebook in this bundle deal, which teaches you how to, maximize healing through winter. You will also get my Get Your Light Right ebook, which teaches you how to use sunlight as medicine and how to mitigate your artificial light environment or your indoor lighting environment, how to use light as a healing modality, basically. Then you'll also get my cellular hydration webinar that we were just talking about, my ancestrally and seasonally nourished webinar and recipe ebook as well. So that teaches you how to implement a local, seasonal, ancestral organic diet. So there's a webinar there and over 100 recipes, probably more by now, because I'm always updating it and adding new recipes to it, of that are seasonally local. The recipe will tell you what season to eat it in. So whatever the recipe is, it's like, this is a summer food, this is a winter food. So that's a great support for your health. And then my blue blockers guide, which tells you how, when, and why, and where to use blue blockers, and gives you, of course, all these things come with resources, but it's 10 hours really of life-changing content, all five webinars at a discounted rate. I wanted to put that together because I feel like people, they want to buy the webinars, and they want to learn the information. And really, if you have all that information, I mean, you are going to be pretty optimal. And if you do all that information and you still struggle, you will see absolutely immense improvements, a guarantee. But if you're still struggling, then, homeopathy is always my next go-to. And now the rhythmic movements that I'm using, these rhythmic movements, these gentle movements really support health on a cellular level as well. So I hope that's helpful and exciting news for you. I hope you're interested in getting some of these webinars. I think they're amazing, of course. And I really think that if more people knew this information, we would really heal this world at a great, great rate. So I really am very passionate about getting this information out into the world. So anyway, I hope that's helpful. Any questions, please let me know. Contact@brightlightwellnesscoach.com. Links are all going to be in the show notes for you, so you can take a look at all of that. And yeah, I look forward to supporting your health in the future and look forward to hearing your feedback. Please, when you get these webinars and you take these webinars, I really appreciate feedback on them because it lets me know how my work is resonating with people. Like I want it to be accessible. I want it to be something that you find brings value to your life and your health and your healing. So I would love to know your feedback on them. So have an incredible day, and I will chat with you on the next video.